my beautiful people. So, Madam Web came out this week. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. No. Oh my God! Why does Sony keep making these shitty ass Spider-Man spin-off movies, and none of them are any good, man? Even the Venom movies suck. Oh, you know, I remember back in the day when a movie and a franchise would flop, they'd stop making movies in that franchise. But no, they're gonna keep on making these shitty Spider-Man spin-off movies because they already got 20,000 others in the works. There's two that are coming out this year, for fuck's sake. God! What does any of this have to do with Phineas and Ferb? Alright, so, Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb is a Disney animated series that aired from 2007 to 2015, making it the longest running Disney animated series at this time. Because the show was so popular, it actually managed to get its fair share of crossovers. Obviously, when the show ended and the creators went on to make a new show for Disney, that show crossed over with Phineas and Ferb, and maybe the creators' new show for Disney will have a crossover between all three shows. But Phineas and Ferb has also done some other official series crossovers with other Disney IP. One of those Disney IP was Star Wars, which put the characters from Phineas and Ferb in the story of Star Wars. Not necessarily playing the characters, but interacting with them and having their own little side adventure. That is not what the focus of this story will be. Today's video will be focusing on the first time they did this, which was Phineas and Ferb Mission Marvel, which was one of the first big things that Disney did once they acquired Marvel. Because keep in mind, Marvel movies at the time were still under a distribution deal with Paramount. Once that deal was done, like, Disney obviously had the rights to those movies and they technically still owned them, but like, at the time, those were Paramount movies. And none of the Marvel Disney XD shows that they were making at the time were really catching on. So, Phineas and Ferb Mission Marvel was like the first big thing that caught a lot of people's attention. Because everybody was watching Phineas and Ferb, and everyone was just confuzzled about Phineas and Ferb meeting the Avengers. And there were tons of comic book fans who were like, is this all what Disney's going to do now that they have Marvel? Just do these shitty crossovers? God, what's next? Are they gonna put Marvel characters in the sequel to Wreck-It Ralph? Is Marvel gonna make a bunch of comics based on Disney park characters? Is Walt Disney Animation Studios gonna make a full-blown Marvel movie? That would all be stupid. But miraculously, this episode of Phineas and Ferb went over really well. Basically, the episode is about Dr. Doofenshmirtz accidentally stealing the powers to many of the Avengers. The beam from Doofenshmirtz's nadir blasted off of Phineas and Ferb's satellite, so S.H.I.E.L.D. sends the Avengers over to Phineas and Ferb's house. While Phineas and the gang try to get the powers back to the heroes, the different villains are teaming up with Dr. Doofenshmirtz because they thought that Doofenshmirtz has the powers, before they eventually betray Doofenshmirtz. Meanwhile, S.H.I.E.L.D. is teaming up with Alka and having Perry the Platypus make sure that the heroes are alright without their powers. All while Candace just wants to help out because she's such a superhero stan. This episode is a crossover between Phineas and Ferb and the various Marvel shows that Disney XD was producing at the time. And it even had the voice actors who portrayed the characters in those shows, including the various voice actors for Iron Man, Thor, the Hulk, and even, Spider-Man's voice actor. Moving on. You can tell that the people making this episode were die-hard fans of Marvel superheroes because there are tons of different references to various pieces of Marvel media, not just the comic, but it also had references to the 70s and 80s Marvel Saturday morning cartoons by having Stan Lee be a narrator in the episode who only shows up once. Not to mention having Stan Lee make a cameo as a hot dog guy, and you can even hear the sad walking music from the 70s Incredible Hulk TV show at one point. Not to mention all the fun little meta jokes between the different heroes. So the episode does a very strong job at feeling like a Phineas and Ferb episode, but also having the heroes be true to themselves. Spider-Man still acts like Spider-Man, Iron Man still acts like Iron Man, the Hulk still acts like the Hulk, etc.
It worked! Hello there, my name is Professor Creighton Xenophar, and I'm transmitting this video signal to give you a most important message. The multiverse is in danger! You see, over the past year, I've been sporadically traveling through the multiverse, and this multiversal travel has gotten so bad it started to mess up my hair a little bit, and I'm really embarrassed to show it on camera, which is why I'm wearing this beanie. It's also broken my glasses, which means I have to get some new pairs once it is all over. It's really obnoxious because I also use those to see on top of keep up my appearance as a crazy scientist. But either way, what I'm trying to say to all of you is that I need your help. I need help in saving the multiverse. If you can help me save the multiverse, that'd be perfect. I can get people from multiple different universes to help me stop the incursions and to stop the madness. There is a dark being from an evil mirror universe who is threatening the multiverse and is trying to destroy it. I need your help to stop this madman. So, for the next few months, I'm going to be traveling to different universes at my own free will this time and try to find different people. We'll see what happens.